Well, hi everyone, my name's Rob Evans from Studios Personal Training, and today I'm here to talk to you about fat. So a big part of what I do in my job is help people lose fat, optimize their health. What I find though is that sometimes people become a bit stagnant in what it is that they're doing through their day-to-day nutrition and exercise, and can hit these points where they just can't move any further. So what I want to do today is to provide a bit of shock value, I suppose, maybe get you to think about fat in a different way than you may be used to doing. So recently I decided that I wanted to be able to show clients something more visual in terms of fat. So I went on a bit of a journey, and I went to the local butcher, and I asked them for 15 kilos of fat, and they asked me what I wanted to do with the 15 kilos of fat, and I said to them that I work in the fitness industry and what I wanted to do with it and so forth, and they said, oh yeah, that's awesome, let's get on board. So I was surprised at how long it took them to accumulate for 15 kilos of fat, but 4 days later I went back in and I picked it up, and I was just blown away at the volume of how much 15 kilos of fat is, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Now, muscle weighs more than fat, so the physical volume of fat is much more than 15 kilos of muscle. So think about fat in your own body. Now, fat in your body, your bad fat, your saturated fat, that white, glunky, greasy, gooey stuff, that's like poison. It's toxin in your system. Now, if you've ever seen a documentary where they, like a health type documentary where they do, they show the organs out of a cadaver or something like that, where you can see that an overweight person, their organs, which normally should be, like a dark red sort of colour, like the red meat that you might see in the supermarket, overweight and obese people find that their organs get covered in this fat, and it's greasy, oily stuff. And where does it come from? Well, we put it into our bodies. Now, why would we do that? Now, just it's attached to all the foods that we eat. We get caught up in these eating patterns and so forth, and it ends up little bit by little bit, it ends up in our system. So why don't you come on a journey with me right now down here, and I'm going to show you what 15 kilos of fat looks like. So here it is, 15 kilos, let's get a better view there, 15 kilos of fat. Now you can see here, I've got it in a bag because it's smelly, it's greasy and gooey, and have a look at it. All white stuff. Now this is off animals, in our body it's a slightly different colour, but it does the same thing. It's squishy, gooey, fatty substance. Now, you would say, we're eating this, okay? You're eating this every day, most of you, and you'd say, well, geez, I would never eat that, but how do you eat it? Well, this piece right here, that's like fat that's been cut off a T-bone steak. There's chicken fat in here as well. There's pork fat, I think, in here too. You might be eating just a little bit of this every single day, just a smidge of it, and each part of that gets caught in your body if you're not burning it off and eliminating it from your body. Now, this is why we have such an obesity epidemic around the planet. Now, I work in the Cardinia Shire here in Melbourne, Victoria. Now, I can tell you the latest statistics that we've got available through council. Back in 2014, the overweight obesity rate in the Cardinia Shire is 53.6%. Now, that's up from 2 years ago, so 2 years prior to that, so 2012, which is, I think it's 50.4%. So it's gone up to 53.6. Now, the Victorian average is about 48%. So what does that put us? That makes us one of the fattest shires in the state, but also in Australia, because I think the Australian average is around the 50% mark too, so we're above that. And that's appalling. When you think about what we could be doing, there are so many opportunities that we have today, whether it be an app, whether it be a park, a local gym, whatever it is, there are so many opportunities for us to be being healthy, but we aren't, because there are more opportunities, I suppose, for us to eat poorly. I shouldn't say more opportunities, but there are so many opportunities out there to be eating poorly, eating more saturated fat, and a lot of it is hidden in products where it doesn't present like this. Otherwise, if it did, a lot of us wouldn't eat that much. If this was displayed on top of our skin rather than underneath the skin and between the muscle, we probably wouldn't do what we do to our bodies. But because we can't see it physically like this, we tend not to worry about it. So my plea to you today is to maybe use this video, use these images of this horrible fatty substance and try and improve your health, to get it out of your system, to optimize your health even more. So we talk about good fats and bad fats. This is a bad fat. This is saturated fat. That's the fat that gets caught up between the muscle and the skin. The good fats here are omega-3 type fats from your fish oil and your nuts and your seeds and that sort of stuff. The products that I like to use are fish oil capsules or fish oil, and also things like flaxseed or linseed, same thing. Flaxseed oil, flax meal, flax seeds, all really rich in omega-3, and we want to be making those a big part of our omega-3 intake in our daily food, rather than taking in so much saturated fat. So I hope this has done something for you. I've been using all this week that I've had this, and it's about to go in the bin because it's starting to get a bit smelly. My clients that need to lose about 15 kilos of fat, I'm getting them to hold this and feel it and be completely disgusted by it, and to use that as a motivation to help them improve their health. I mean, I'm working with clients that need to lose, well, probably the smallest would be about 5 kilos, but I've worked with clients that need to lose over 100 kilos of fat. Now, if you look at the volume of this, I was blown away with how much volume of fat there is to make up 15 kilos. Now this, with the bag, I think is 15.1 kilos. It's disgusting. We want to eliminate this from our lives, from our bodies, so that we can be fully energized, fully healthy, and live a long, strong, healthy life and take a strain off the health system from around the world. So use this as motivation to get it out of your body. It's horrible stuff. I'm going to put this in the bin, you get it out of your bodies. All right, that's all for now. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.